eliminator above every other one of the quote-unquote more popular or better players. Cease was above all of them, and he has dominated in the entire competition. He's also qualified for solos.
Yeah, and then Landrock and Punisher right after them. This is a duo that, again, also doesn't get enough credit. But, hey, there's 50 of them here today. Landrock, one of the people that a lot of the community thinks has the best creative 1v1 skills in honestly, the pro community. So we'll see whether he can convert that today. It's another stage. It's a lot of differences. It's going to go down to it.
And then Wishy and Gustavox8 are known for being very aggressive and executing pinch maneuvers incredibly well. If you isolate from your teammate for a second, and we're talking one grid space, they will take advantage. And then Little and Jay, the original S2 boys coming out of NA West, who said, hey, we might be young, but we'll go against anyone. We don't care who it is. We'll push you. We'll take your wall. We'll take the high ground. We are going to beat you. And then talking about taking the walls, Vala.
Yeah, talking about taking the walls. Mega and Dubs are in this group too. And there's so much to say about them, but we're just going to sit down and find out more about Dubs.
Goes after it.
My name is Danny Walsh. You guys know me as Dubs. And I'm 16 years old. What I love about dirt biking is the freedom you have. It's like using a Rift late game, having freedom of going wherever you want. Time to get back to grinding. Alright boys, I'm back. Let's run it. A day in a life with Dubs. First thing I do is wake up at 12, hop in the shower, get some food.
What time are you gonna start gaming now?
Probably in like 10 minutes.
Alright.
And then I'll do some aim training. This is one of the maps that I do. This helps with like AR aim. I hop in creative, warm up my builds. And then scrim for the rest of the day. I was a skateboarder. I skateboarded every day. My brother, he taught me how to skateboard when I was young.
I guess he thought it was cool because I was doing it, and I would take him to all the different skate parks I would go to.
So I was 13 years old, skateboarding at Woodward Skate Camp, and the first day I was there, I ended up breaking my femur, which I then had to go get a cast. I was in the cast for about a year.
It was a long road back for Danny. He was stuck inside. I had to do something, so he made him very comfortable and got him a good setup for gaming.
That's how I fell in love with gaming, because that's the only thing I could do.
I really never got him back on a skateboard after that, and he kind of found who he was. He really just blew up overnight.
If I hadn't broken my leg, I would not be where I'm at right now. I'm a professional Fortnite player. Solos is my strong point.
Okay, my heart's racing right now.
You can dominate by going for picks or playing for high ground. The first time I qualified for the World Cup, it was crazy. People were shocked at what I had just done.
He was not with an organization. They were thinking, who is this guy? He's got to be cheating. Nobody knows who he is. He was on a mission to prove them wrong.
Dubs said, look, I've qualified. I'm just going to come back and just flex on literally the entire region.
To prove them all wrong, I qualified 4 times for solos and once for duos and joined FaZe Clan.
Dubs consistently good.
I play with so much confidence I just love the game so much that I just want to put every minute into grinding so I can be the best player I can be.
That, honestly, in retrospective, I know it was stressful when it happened, but it has to be the biggest compliment that you are quite literally so good, averaging just inside 5th overall with the solo placings, that the entire community thinks you're cheating. That you are that much better, that everyone's there. There's no way, and you saw it there. Him and Mega had one of the most ridiculous performances, racking up close to 50 points in their last 2 matches to qualify. And I mean, it was nuts follow, but now time to get into the next group.
Yeah, let's go ahead forward. The first pair is XXM and Mende out of China. And then following them up is Airwax and Nikov, Hunter and Kinstar, Leneuf and Kinton, SSK7 and Jamside, and then finally Volks and Parby on the right there.
And XXM and Men were the only Chinese team to qualify through the open track, and then Airwalks and Nikov, and then Hunter and Keenstar. The Solari brothers, the group qualifying all within the same week, and Airwalks taking his repeat Pro-Am title yesterday with RL Grime, saying it was easy claps, 12 points clear of the South Korean duo, and then Leneuf and Quinton just recently being signed to Navi, representing them on the stage, looking to make a name for themselves, and they're hyper aggressive.
One of the duos I think a lot of people need to look out for, though, is SSK7 and Jamside, known for their aggressive style of play, always fighting for high ground earlier than most people, and then not giving it up. Nobody is going to be able to contest them off high ground. They get tons of eliminations because of it, but we'll see if that might bite them here today.
And you talk about insanely aggressive. Most people, you need to tag them and see shields broken or maybe white damage to go after them. Volks and Parpy, if you move and they see a pixel, they're going, they raise all kinds of chaos in NA East. We're playing in the Trios tournament, and now we're going to get a chance to talk to the aggressive Oceania duo. Jordan, what do you have for us?
I've got Parby and Volks here, two of the most astonishing talents in Oceania. You guys are coming all the way over from Australia, but New Zealand, facing off against some of the best talent, not only from your region, but the rest of the world. We've seen that there are different play styles from kind of everywhere. We all know this, but going into this, how do you prepare? How does one prepare up against these play styles?
I just eat a fruit salad, just have a shower, get off, get some water, have a fruit salad, and then just try to get hyped.
Love it, regardless of the region. That's great. Fruit salad, you can take care of NA East and EU and everybody. Now, the most astonishing thing here is this record, this elim record of 102 that you guys had, the single most elims in 1 week. I don't think anybody would expect for either of you guys to be super W key today because of what you're up against, but what is your strategy going into this?
Just play slow and just hopefully make it to endgame and just get high. That's basically it.
Beautiful. Well, we're going to see it here very soon. We can't wait.
Disappointed that routine of 2 fruit salads in the morning isn't going to give them the confidence to continue what we know and love about them, the W key mentality.
I honestly thought he was just going to turn and look at Jordan and be like, W key, holding forward the whole time, but they know when to play intelligently and play for height. Let's get into our next group. Again, his qualifiers from NA East and NA West. We have Tetra and Eclipse, Ronaldo and Zip, Sean and Aiden and Rote.
Yep, I want Sean and Aiden.
Quick shout out to Eclipse in particular. I popped into his backpack a number of times personally. We had to do some tests, and they had a phenomenal qualifying week. And then Ronaldo and Zip averaging some of the highest placements in the week they played. They popped off at TwitchCon, came out of nowhere where people were like, who are you guys qualifying through in the first run, going to look to make a run at it here today.
And then what more can you say about Sean and Aiden? I mean, this is a duo that we've seen time and time again. A favorite out of NA West that week then they came out of. They clutched up and did amazing things. Both of them took part of our Pro-Am tourney yesterday.
And then Rohit, DW, and Blue Team, one of my personal favorite duos. They came together after week 4 saying, hey, we need to do something different. Rohit came on the scene for Winter Royale, qualified through the open format, and looks to punish people's mistakes at all points of the game. You talk about hyper-aggressive players early, you can't stop him from going, but the one person who does is Blue Team, known for his calm decision-making, kind of turning off all emotions and just making the right decisions. They have a fantastic pair in chemistry, and I mean, I'm excited to hear what they had to say leading into the competition. It's going to be just absolutely amazing.
Fantastic. We've got Blue T and Rope DW here, two beyond incredibly mechanically gifted players here. Blue T, you've placed consistently in the top 15 over the last year from the Winter Royale qualifiers, the Secret Skirmish, and top 5 in the Share the Love event. How are the two of you together going to work to secure this #1 spot today?
I'm just going to give this guy a bunch of call-outs, make sure he's safe and alive, and once we hit late game, he's just going to slay out.
Slay out away. We can't wait.
It's going to be so incredible to see if they can make that dynamic.
What is
work
that?
on the stage. They have
What's that
such
at?
Great teamwork, and they really look. They have distinct playstyles.
Where is
for
that on the
pace of
map?
game,
Oh,
and
that's
if they
Strong's
can get
Cave, I
rolling,
bet.
they
I
might
bet
be
you I
able
don't
to
know where it
challenge
is.
towards that top. Now on to our next group because we're excited to keep the introductions rolling. It's Item and Derox, Oslo and Bad Sniper, 4ZR and Nowhere, Red Rush and Snappy, and then Yu Wang and KBB. A bunch of guys out of Europe, and then the Chinese qualifiers coming out of the Tencent track. And I mean, some of these guys are
Everybody probably really qualified. Everybody, like, all the amazing people are really qualified. Probably week 1, week 2. So later weeks, less people qualify.
Yeah, one of the only times we saw actually consistency from the semifinals carry over into the finals. But another team that actually started breaking through in the finals led them to qualify as Oslo and Bad Sniper. And I think something very interesting about this group, or this duo in particular, they're going to be contesting at Tilted Towers, and they are very proficient at doing so.
They will be in the fray, and if Bad Sniper gets a sniper in his hands, here's a joke. His name online is actually not Bad Sniper because he hits all of those shots. Will be looking to make them pay. Now, 4ZR and Nord, also another very aggressive pair, but kind of just like to chill out at times. They like find themselves on the edge, take the rifles. If they know they have an advantage, they go. We've seen them before as well in the Winter Royale.
Yeah. And then on the bottom right there, Yu Wang and KBB, they came out of the Tencent track, which was a competition that was hosted out in China.
Listen,
so
I
think
got
a lot of people didn't see those games.
What if somebody
really
wanted to go to the tournament,
Let's continue
but they couldn't because like they had no way to get there?
先行的话，非常亢奋吧，就可以跟各国的选手切磋。如果想跟一个队来对抗的话，我更希望是跟芒果那队。
要对游戏的喜欢，对吧？然后对游戏的理解，
还要有一个信仰，就是想成为冠军的一种念头。毕竟职业就是要奔着冠军去。
喜欢这款游戏，然后对游戏的理解程度，然后对自己的技术非常的自信。
心情就感觉跟做梦一样，但这一切都是靠自己努力得来的，就非常的好。冠军等着我们！
So happy to see their level of excitement and to be here representing China through those Tencent track. It was amazing to watch them play in those games. A distinct different style, but also very built-in rifle-centric. Will be one of 2 Chinese teams representing. And now into our last section of qualifiers. These were the guys who ended up qualifying in the final week, the last chance to be there. It's Slacks and Keys, Calculator and Macwood, Zone and King, Epic Whale and 4DR Storm, and then Vinny and Zexro. And I mean, so many of these guys are right now, but the one I want to focus on, King and Zone, coming out of Argentina.
Don't even look like it would take that long. Like Zexro, no. They did that first week, so can Storm. That's crazy.
Very hard to stop them.
It's one of the same situations.
See, you see how the people are mixing countries like Keys and other dudes? I wouldn't do that because, like, because I would, like, unless they are super good with English, because you wouldn't want to risk,
I want to talk about is
like,
Epic Whale and
not being able to understand each other.
The few fully qualified duos. We'll see both of them tomorrow, and what a way to do it because they came together at the last second as well.
They came together in the final week knowing it was their last opportunity, and they wanted to be there. They wanted 2 seats on the stage in each one of the competitions that really separated themselves. But speaking of somebody who separated themselves, Zexro and Vinny. Zexro, the original pioneer of the My World Now. I'm going after him, win the game with 16 plus eliminations, and there's nothing you can do about it. Him and Vinny broke everything, coming over not only Zexro's wrist issues, but a little bit of kind of turbulence between them. They're actually not even going to be dueling after this competition, so this will be a last hurrah, and let's see what Zexro and Vinny have to say.
We've got Vinny and Zexro here. Very excited to see you guys. I know that a lot of people are thrilled and excited to see what you guys have planned for today. You both have been competing both very well in duos and solos over the course of the year. How do you think that the competition today is going to compare to the rest of the competitions that you've had leading up to the scrims, whatever the case may be?
For sure, the competition's definitely going to be hard today. Probably the hardest competition yet, but I'm very confident for us to succeed today. So
awesome. Well, we believe in you guys. Now, Zexro, you told us after qualifying for the last week of duos that you were suffering from some tendonitis. Preparing for a competition like this, especially at such a high caliber, there's got to be a lot of stress involved.
I've never seen behind his back like that.
So basically, I didn't really play much, and then I would just mod review and everything. I would just play on the qualifier days, take a lot of a leave, you know, and then it started going away at the end, and then qualified, so we're chilling.
Fantastic. Well, we're all really excited to see you guys. I know that a lot of people are, a lot of TSM fans here and all over the world. It's going to be a great day.
Oh, they're TSM. I didn't even see those shirts.
That it's not all about just grinding and playing all the way through. You got to do your body. You got to take care of your body. Get those wrist stretches in. That's Zexro's story there. We'll see how they perform today. We've got one final group of duos to let on the floor. It's going to be Serpent and Hype. Wolfies and
That's
Rojo,
week 11.
Skite and Bato, Borwins and Tux, Kluja and Thomas HT, and then finally Puz and Ming.
I mean, there's so many players in here you can call out. Serpent and Hype were the original. Can you translate it to Sunday? They won so many of those semifinals.
I'm
and
trash in
last week
solos.
were able to do it. I got an opportunity to actually talk with Rojo in the practice room, and he says he's excited to be here, wants to play, wants to get on the stage, and knows he'll be able to enact their game plan. He wouldn't tell me what it was, and I wouldn't leak it anyway. So the stream duo, kind of a little bit of parody there between Vinny and Zexro. Skype battling a ton of wrist issues and then able to overcome it. And I got to speak with him as well, and he's like, I'm just happy. I'm glad I'm here, man. And there's a bit he did about it.
Yeah, he had that split longer where he
Are
basically
these
went through
people?
how he
Like, how
lost
do
his
they
confidence
qualify?
because of this wrist issue.
Who are
And then gained it back because of the support of all you guys at home who supported Skype through his journey. The French community
all the big
doing so as
names.
well. Moving on forward, Borwin and Tux, somebody I think is very interesting because they qualified and moved through the entire, they switched duos at the last second, so same thing.
And then you have Kluja, a player who qualified as well for the solo competition, and Thomas, his partner from Singularity. And the final duo, Puz and Ming, representing from South Korea. Unfortunately, there was an Asian team who was unable to make it. Puz and Ming having won in the Week 8 qualifier where there wasn't an additional spot. And on top of that, their consistent placement.
So you said that was one that would never
an
make it.
opportunity to talk with them and have a package set up, and let's see what they had to say.
저는 밍이라고 하고 이제 아시아에서 진출하였습니다. 저는 퍼즈라고 하고 아시아에서 진출한 사람입니다.
Why do they all wear those glasses
가장
like
좋은
that?
성적을 내서 대체 선수로 뽑혀서 왔더니 이제 아시아에서 듀오 한 팀이 진출을 못해서 저희가 이제 좋은 기회를 얻게 되어서 이렇게 진출하게 되었어요. 온라인에서 상금을
Think about it. Sounds like you can see better.
경쟁하는 게 마음에 들었어요.
What the hell?
유럽 선수들과 해보고 싶었어요. 게임하기 전에 이제 계속 어떻게 게임을 플레이할지 생각을 하고 하는 거죠. 그냥 연습을
So I guess if you couldn't make it,
최대한 많이 노력을 하다
to
보면
be honest, I mean, I don't know. I probably could get there. But I just
I mean, I
have
can
to
only
qualify.
imagine what is going through their heads. First, taking the top spot in a week where there wasn't a qualification spot, and then having one of the most consistently
If I
best
found a
placements,
duo
and
partner
being
that
chosen
could
as
like,
and finding
is better
out
than
who's
me.
going to be competing, having a chance to
we
represent
could
Asia
probably
in
do it
South
if we
Korea. And
grinded.
they are very good. They're known for playing aggressively, trying to find a side of a zone, box themselves up, and get some shots towards the side of the rotation. If they can get that position, don't expect them to not be dangerous, because they will make some waves, and that's the competition. Those are all the players. Those are the 100 best Fortnite
What's going to happen
players
with that
in the
orb?
world, the
Something's going to
50
happen to it
best
season
duos.
10,
And
right?
now, there's a duo in particular. We talked about it. The loudest duo when they're announced. They want to be the loudest duo when all is said and done. We have Mitro and Mongrel down on the floor. Jordan, what do they have to say?
We are all so
Mongrel is
excited to see these two play. And
Hey, I hope they got a super desk for Mongrel, because I mean he's about to fucking, that thing's about to be shaking.
Going into competing at a LAN.
Thing's gonna break. It's gonna fall apart.
It's definitely different. Personally, I like it more just because I like the environment. But online is easier. But I don't know. I just like LAN more.
Fair. You can't beat the energy in a stadium like this. A lot of people are really excited and stoked to be here, and especially to see you guys play. We can't wait.
Yeah, I think I would like LAN more too.
Jordan, and now just those guys,
I definitely look for solos because I don't like just sitting at home chill playing solos. This is boring, you know what I mean? But if I was like there every time somebody made a play, you know, you hear the crowd, you know what I mean?
Games, and then we'll find out who is the best duo in the world.
Nobody got an
Hands
advantage
down,
with ping
no
or
question
anything
about
like
it. The
that.
best 6 games. We're gonna do that real soon.
6 games.
World champions will be crowned, but that's it. The pre-show is over.
I
Enough
didn't even
from us
play
up here.
many
We'll be
games
breaking down
yesterday.
gameplay later. We're gonna toss it on inside to kick the show off. You guys have a good one.
Hopefully this don't take a year because I'm trying to play. You know what I mean? Did it? Got her Snapple and she's ready to watch her boyfriend lose.
Ladies and gentlemen, it all comes down to this. Millions watching across the world.
That was thinking. That's sick. I remember back when you used to focus when you used to focus on those sounds. I remember when you used to focus on it, like jumping out of the bus. I remember turning around at the bus and listening to the sounds. Like while I was on it, I'd turn around and look at the back where people were jumping off. You'd listen to the sounds. You listen to it. You see the bus follow it. And every time I do that now, I feel like you don't pay attention to the sounds anymore. You pay attention to where you're gonna land. And
it's amazing. It's like
you know
it feels
that,
so
you
free,
know.
it's ridiculous. And then we just kind of watched like our names pop up on the screen. It was pretty
But,
cool. It was a huge
yeah.
sigh of relief. All the hard work we did just finally paid off. We were kind of going nuts.
It went last night. My stream is kind of weird. I don't know. I pulled off of it and I laid in the bed because I wasn't feeling good. I didn't say anything on stream about it, but and I got off. So I left the stream going, but for some reason I got out and went to the item shop. You know, and I didn't pay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Fortnite World Cup Finals live from my hometown, baby, New York City. Where you at? Where you at? That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. This is it, people. The moment that we've been waiting for. 10 weeks of competition leads to this. I'm your host, Golden Boy, and I couldn't be more pumped to be here because we're about to see the greatest Fortnite players in the world go up against each other in duos competition. Millions in prizing on the line, and most
Yeah, there ain't no
importantly,
celebrity
what's right
in this
behind me,
motherfucker.
the championship the trophy and the first ever Fortnite World Champion. We're going to crown that today, and it's going to be awesome. And I want to know if everyone here in the Arthur Ashe Stadium, are you hyped? Are you ready? You know what? Maybe I can't do the job. I think this will do some justice.
Here you go. No pain, no gain. That's true as hell. Yo, what skin is that? Is that leaked? I remember when they did that in Season 4, the Flytrap skin. It was the week before that it came out, and you know how you completed 7.
Now I know everyone here is excited to get
5.
to the games, and we're going to do
You just had to complete the week, so I think you had to complete 5 challenges out of all of them, out of 8 or whatever. And
you've had your opportunity to go out to the festival.
Well, I don't know how it worked back there, but
some great times here in New York City, and obviously our players are
or whatever you had to do. Well, when you get to the thing, of course, the people weren't able to do it within the first couple of days, you know, so they kind of, but the next week, or a few days later, after most people would have gotten it, then it came out. But it was on the right side of the one of where the Fortnite thing is.
Two of my favorite people to watch and study. We have Sean and Aiden. Aiden, one of the most dominating controller players in the world, and he's
probably one of the best
again.
ones.
With Sean on mouse and keyboard, one of the most mechanically skilled and gifted players in all of Fortnite. Now, with this combination of one of you on a controller and one of you on mouse and keyboard, there's got to be some pretty unique strategy that you guys can pull together. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Yeah, our synergy is great. Like you said, he's one of the best mechanical players. His tunnels are insane. Like, it's just insane watching him play. And just, you know, me being an aggressive player and having good aim, we really combo together well. And I'm hoping we're going to do good.
1000%. Now, Sean, you both competed in the Pro-Am yesterday, which was a lot of fun. We all know that was a very sweaty lobby. But your thought process, your strategy going into today, tell me how that differs from yesterday and your performance there.
Well, I think yesterday was like super fast-paced. You had to get kills to place well. But today we're going to go for endgame, play super slow, and just hope we can kill it endgame.
Fantastic. Well, we're all so excited to see you guys. GG,
I always hate when you just watch. It's different when you're playing like that, but if you play it, it goes super faster. But what I hate.
Are you ready? Oh, no. I got to take the earpiece off. New York City, this is my hometown, and I know we can make some noise. So I'm asking you one more time. Are you ready?
Well, anyways, if you're watching like the scrim, it gets so boring watching the start until like absolutely in game because you have all the kills.
And gentlemen,
it
is time. The Fortnite World Cup Finals.
Oh, Ninja's in there
New
now.
York City. Everything on the line here today. My name is Jack Courage Dunlop. And well, guess what? I'm joined by a surprise guest appearance, Tyler Ninja Blevins. I am so excited for today's action. Ninja, dude, the emotion here is insane.
You have no idea, man. These guys have been playing for months, practicing, doing nothing but thinking, eating, sleeping, breathing Fortnite.
That's it, and it's all led to this. I know the nerves.
Look at them people.
I'm nervous. I'm just gassing. I'm not even playing. Meanwhile, they're paying for $15 million, but it's not your normal Fortnite rules we're going to be playing today. Let's take a look at the format, catch everyone up to speed. I know a lot of new eyes will be on Fortnite competitive today. And Ninja, here's the format for points. So, this is duos.
Same thing
the top
yesterday.
15 duos in this game, they earn 3 points. Top 10, they earn 5 points. Top 5, they earn 7 points. And finally, the Victory Royale, they earn 10 points. Now, those points cannot stack, meaning in a game, you can only get a max of 10 placement points. Also, 1 point per elimination. So, finding that good balance between elims and placements will be very key. Here's the prize money
So
breakdown
then
at Ninja.
winning doesn't even give you anything.
Long time. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No. I mean, you're looking at first place, $3 million. I mean, heck, I'd even settle for third at 1.8.
Settle for 1 point.
I'll settle. No, we've been playing. We've both been competing for a long time, and I've been competing for almost 10 years. Prize pool's never even come close to this. This is life-changing.
Yeah, absolutely mind-blowing numbers right there. Again, everyone who made it this far, $50,000 in their pocket, but their eyes are on that top 10.
Crazy how Ninja didn't even make it.
Prize money ladder. Again, we are live right now from the Fortnite
like all the famous people are like used to be the best until all the little people came out of nowhere, you know, and just got amazing. And
absolutely. You want to go first?
No. You go first. Who for you is your standout that you're looking to see if they can take it home today?
Dude, man, I mean,
Aiden
I
and Sean.
to Mongol and Nitro. I think they're gonna definitely close it out. They've been. I really am just.
Hey, well, you better give them an extra, like a better desk. Fucking Mongrel desk gonna be gone.
You know, the qualifications. Are they gonna do that here? Are they gonna go for placement, or are they gonna still W key like they've always been doing?
That's typically been their gameplay of choice.
He lost a lot of weight from doing checking that desk.
Qualifying from Europe, you see. Last time they played and the week they qualified, their drop of choice was Loot Lake. So will that remain the same today? These early game battles.
Don't give no map. You get a little bit of metal, not much.
You go with a European duo. Yeah. I'm picking a European duo as well. Another young squad, Mr. Savage M and Benji Fishy.
Oh.
Dude, Mr. Savage M is cold-blooded. Every time I met him, I'm scared of him. They're absolutely insane, as you can see right here on your screen. We'll get those pictures fixed. Don't worry. But either way, these guys are two absolute tanks. And Ninja, you've watched all these guys. You're absolutely one of the best players in the world. But it's almost like these guys are in a class of their own.
They are, man. I mean, I've competed against some of these guys in some other online tournaments as well. And I mean, literally watching Benji just slay out an entire lobby by himself in squads it's like it's art, man. You know what these guys do? It's art. So enjoy.
I know Mr. Savage in a public match got like 40+ eliminations in Season 9, which is unheard of, all by himself, solo squads. There are so many ways you can watch, though, this weekend.
It's crazy how you get 40. It's crazy how you even, it's like, it's not even just skill. It's like luck. And it's the same thing that goes into that. Because, like, you need the skill to kill everybody, but you also need the luck that they're not. You didn't get in a game with a bunch of sweats. You also need the luck to even find that many people.
First time. I know everyone at home looking forward to seeing their top players perform. This place now, Ninja, is insane. I mean, this is one of the most ridiculous arenas I think I've ever seen for an esports event.
Because it looks, I know it's a stadium, but is it like a football stadium, a soccer stadium?
For like 3-4 months.
Personally, I would do it in either a soccer or
in
football.
The qualifying matches on Sunday. You're playing against, in a lobby, maybe like
but see, look, all of them are right there, and then that's where they are, to the right.
Every single battle is going to be the best players in the world.
So it looks pretty small. I don't know.
Want to explain for everyone at home exactly?
100 yards. That's
so unlike normal matches, when you get an elimination, all right, you're going to be granted with 50 health.
Oh, that's a good setup,
depending on what you're missing, and that's also going to give you 1 point as well. They also drop 50 mats of each wood, brick, and metal. So eliminations are definitely going to pay off early game as you guys can stack up those materials.
Yep, and remember that is when you get
see the line, but it don't look very big.
So if I knock a player, you'll see in this a lot more times teams will immediately try to finish that elimination, get the health, go pick up the materials, maybe secure some extra loot. There's a look at the lobby screen. Ninja, I was laughing with you earlier when players were warming up earlier today because they got some warm-up games in. Obviously, for many of them, it's their first time in a major LAN event. They wound up going through and they were just sitting at the spawn island like they were right now. I mean, look at the build battles happening on spawn island. They're all editing, they're all aiming. None of them are just sitting still. The nerves running through them insane. The average age in today's tournament, 16 years
Yeah, that's because you got all the fucking young people
with $1 million+ this weekend.
Everybody
at
else
16,
got a
what would you
job.
spend your money on? I don't even want to know.
Which I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing.
I didn't really.
I think it should eventually not be on like all day. Like I play a lot. I play every day, but I play a lot a day. But I may play 2 hours, get off, go in there.
All qualifiers, you see,
go in the living room, watch TV for 2 hours, come out, you know, and then like do it all over. Which I mean, yesterday and today, I mean, I'm gonna be in here a little bit longer than usual at one time, and then usually am. Cause like tomorrow too, it was just 10 hours from yesterday. It probably would have been about 8.
They know that they're going to be contested. They know that, and they're not, you know, if they're intelligent players, they're going to play exactly how they've been practicing the last 10 World Cup qualifiers. They're going to go exactly where they go. They're going to push where they're going to push. And, you know, they're not going to care who it's going to be. Now, me, honestly, I'd like to say that that's how I play. But, dude, in a situation like this, I think that if I saw someone contesting my drop, I'd definitely defer and try to go somewhere else. Yeah,
but, yeah, that's what I do.
Won that game, getting over that, that's going to be a huge mental obstacle, right? You get knocked first. Yeah. That's going to be something.
It requires 0.25 speed to see his 90s.
If you're thinking like that, it's over. Yeah.
You know why it takes that? Because how he's moving. He looks straight up at max height and then looks right down to frickin' the bottom of the earth.
We watched a little bit of it yesterday, but again, made by Stray Kite. It's a fun little, you know, hide and go seek game almost, Ninja.
Prop hunt is the greatest thing.
Yeah, but see what I don't like about it is, you see that little duck right there?
It is hilarious. I mean,
there's little ducks like that around the map, or little things like that. That are like there's an apple, and like you can get that, and like you can't go like up under the truck, cause like the hitbox of it. But like you can get that little apple, and like you see like, you know what I mean? Like you can, cause there's tires to get on top of the house. In that map that they were just in, you get the apple, and you hit that, and you just hide on like the top of the porch, thing that's over the porch, and you won't be found.
To be exact, 178 because of the double qualified players. Right. And that is, you can't even put.
Yeah, they don't make an edit courses.
I think it's just important to show.
It's crazy.
Know that, man. Just Epic continues to change the game, making these qualifiers online. It just allowed so many of these kids to be here today because they've been able to play it, you know, from the comfort and safety of their home instead of traveling across the world just to qualify. Yeah. So. I think this is one of the first times we've seen something like this, a qualifying like this, and dude, I'm just excited to watch these kids dominate the next freaking 4 hours, 6 hours. I'm ready to stay here all night.
Hey, I'm down to stay here all
6
night.
hours.
I'm sure the arena is as well. When you talk about LAN events, right, you have so much competitive experience. You've been to so many across different games and genres.
It's gonna take 6 hours if they do this between every fucking game.
As it does is playing at home. So for these guys, what are some tips that you can share, you think that they should kind of take into account as they're playing, maybe on LAN for the first time?
See, a lot of people hate the drum shotgun, but what I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking. You're late game and you got like a pump or something, and you see a blue drum shotgun, and like you're super late game and you have time to pick it up where everybody's gonna be close. Do you pick that up over a pump? You know what I mean? Or do you keep the pump? You know, like if you don't have a combat. Like yeah, the combat is perfect because like people sit in high ground, people sit in low ground, people shooting out of boxes, make rotation.
Again, we talk about how there's $30 million on the line of the Fortnite World Cup Finals across today and tomorrow, but there's already been $3 million in prize money given away this weekend. That happened yesterday at the Creative World Cup Finals. Let's take a look.
Plays, and we're here in the player lounge right now, joined by the winners of the Creative World Cup. First of all, congratulations. Now, how does it feel now to solidify that title?
It's kind of awesome considering I love creative mode. It's thriving, it's awesome, I love it.
Now, Tyler, did you ever believe that you guys would secure the position here today?
Yeah, I always knew we had it in the bag. You know, we're the week 1 qualifiers. We're the most stacked team.
No, I bet you they didn't think they had it in the bag going into that Golden Games because they only had 1 win going in their Golden Games. But since they did so good earlier, then it made them get that thing.
You realize that one jump won this group here an extra $1 million.
It's unreal. Like, if you want to practice with dev runs, you need to like do it slow. Don't go in blindly. Like, try and like change everything you do every time you fail.
Suzu, Can you see yourself doing even more with creative? I mean, the success of today. Will you continue to go and play?
I like how they do that with
definitely
creative.
stay consistent with creative because I feel
I
like
like
there's
it.
a lot of potential in creative still, and yeah, definitely this is my thing.
But I want to go down the line and see what each of you guys plan on doing with that prize.
I'll probably end up like saving most of the money, maybe like some investments.
He's 18, and he just won $336,000. What are you gonna do with the prize?
How?
Rent? Rent. Yeah, I think rent. I'm gonna be responsible. I'm gonna save my money. I am gonna be responsible.
Yeah, no, he's gonna hire a whole squad of evil people and help him make evil death runs.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I cannot wait to see what the future of Creative Fortnite looks like.
I wanted them or Ninja to win it. I don't even know how. Ninja didn't win anything until the games, until the gold games. And then so he did so good in the first one. Won the second one. He got like second or third in the first thing of the golden game, and then did so good by winning the second one, you know. So like if he would have like won the third one, he would have won the whole thing.
I mean, little whips, man. You know, we were just killing it, little ice creams. But that event was so incredible. Just another thing that kind of came out of nowhere again, that Epic changed the game with creative. You know what I mean? It kind of popped up out of nowhere. All these people, so many people. There were hundreds of people here because of creative. Yeah.
Are they still in the lobby? Like, what the fuck are they doing?
It's gone from his original runs he made to now it kind of inspired one of the 3 maps yesterday. For you, what was your favorite? Was it kind of the prop hunt mode?
Look at those 2 people right there.
Junkyard Juke, bro. Okay. Hands down, Junkyard Juke is the most fun game I've ever played. I mean, if you're going to go in with a crew of like 32 people, if you can even muster up a crew of 32 people, like I want that to be a playlist where I can just go and play Junkyard Juke, and it just fills in 32 people. It's so much fun, man.
I'm with that. What about, should we get the whole squad together or not?
I'm down with. Oh, we totally should. We should get a massive content creation squad and just go into that. It'd be the most funny thing in the world. Look, I mean, there's nothing
Yeah,
greater
that
than
would be fun, but there's no code.
Like trying to make it in. It's amazing, man.
Hey, listen, it's all fun and games here.
Well, it
Obviously,
might
FIBA
be.
this weekend.
No,
Things going on outside of the fan festival. There's also the
I do wish I was gonna meet, cause you know how I made the death one, and I just made another one, but I don't think I posted anything about it. Oh no, yeah, I have. I haven't posted the video. It's been in streams, but I need. I think about making like a death run, like kind of like default, like kind of not super easy, but it's got a little bit of a challenge, and it's like a race. It's the same thing
represented throughout the
on
weekend,
each
and I
side.
have just received the word that we want, Ninja. The game is ready to go.
I'm ready. The first Vic Roy, man. Who's it going to be, guys? All right, I want you guys to scream out your favorite duos right now, man. Let's make some noise.
Who do you think's going to win today? Scream it. I want to hear. Oh, it's gibberish. None of it makes sense.
I think I hear Mongrel, Nitro.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fortnite World Cup Finals duo competition begins right now.
This is going to be intense. I mean, there's nothing more, honestly, nerve-wracking than the initial launch. Off the bus, man. You're flying. Someone's going to die. Someone's going to be eliminated. Who's going to be the first one?
Yep.
You don't want to be the first one knocked out in the World Cup. You know, I mean, literally, I knocked him like, it was the first game in the Pro-Am, and that was just amazing. He can't live that down. I don't want to be the first person knocking this.
No, for sure. As now we immediately hop on board with my pick to dominate today, Benji Fishy and Mr. Savage, and they're heading
Yeah, I want that glider. I should have bought that.
Home so many times, and this is contested.
It's already contested.
You're flying on into here, Ninja. The early game's so key, and already Benji Fishy trying to put shots down range with that revolver. But
yeah, I wouldn't rush with the revolver, but yeah, oh, it's an AK. Never mind. If you got an AR right there, I was rushing.
I mean, I think right now they're just going to be trying to hear exactly where these guys are, footsteps, any type of information they can pass off to one another is going to be very important. They've been practicing this landing. I'm pretty sure I watch these guys play literally every week because they're from EU, so they were before NA qualifiers. And yeah, this is exactly where they normally land. Savage and Benji, they don't always land on top of one another. And you're honestly at a disadvantage.
Something purple down there.
Because you're going to be getting less shields.
Tugs don't have shield. Savage does. Or no, I
just
can't
interested
tell.
to see how they're going to play this out. Are they going to be aggressive?
Don't even
Or are they
see
going to
it.
back down?
Well, we just saw the first zone has been revealed, and it is a northern side zone, so anyone in Happy Hamlet
Uh-oh.
is safe for the peak crossing
Look at this
place.
loadout.
Paradise Palms. Lucky
What is that?
landing,
A
all
sniper
not
behind
safe.
him?
So continue to keep an eye on this fight. 98 players remaining right now in this game. Now we mentioned
Tux
the
might be
increased
able to do
material
it.
farming right now.
Or was
if
I
you're
watching
hitting a couple
somebody
trees or
else?
getting 20, 30 materials like it's nothing. Let's shift our focus though towards the middle of the map
Oh,
here at Dusty
Punisher and
Divot. And it
Landjock.
looks like Landjock and Punisher go out very, very early in this first game to Tetra and Eclipse, the new Rogue members.
They're wasting a lot of material right now. You can already see it. You've got only 100 mats left. That's 10 builds. These early game fights are always so detrimental. You have to be very, very, very particular with how many mats you're going to use when you're trying to ramp rush somebody, because if you make it there and they shoot you out and you have no mats, I mean, you're left with literally nothing to protect yourself with.
And look at the advantage that you now have. Tetra hasn't found any shields, but because 2 eliminations come on through, he gets both. That's 50 shield per elim, putting him at max HP, and now he can completely change how he takes this fight. It's not like the normal games where you're still stuck at 100 health and you might second guess what you want to do. You might play a little more passively. No, because of those early elims, they now have Dusty Divot to themselves. They pushed out the Asian duo, pushing towards that top Dusty Divot side of XXM and Mend, and now they're sitting pretty. Divot all to themselves. They've got metal galore here as well as wood. The one material that really be lacking is going to be stone.
Yeah, definitely going to be lacking stone. They can get a 500 metal, which is going to be their most valuable asset.
They can get brick if they go towards either there, like where they're at, or if they go towards Dusty. I mean, not Dusty. Retail. He gets a brick.
Here's another fight going on towards Fatal Fields, and with how little material.
Fatal's probably the best to get a little bit, to get it, everything, because you can get a lot of brick, a lot of wood. You can probably get max wood, max brick, and then you can also get a lot of metal. Because you get the metal from in there, and then you get the metal from the top of the dome.
Underrated landing spot.
I think you can get everything at Fatal Fields. You definitely get wood and brick very quickly, and then there's definitely some metal that you can gather around. You know, there's a bunch of cars and things like that. Some tractors there in the States.
Tractors.
But
So he's talking about
listen,
it.
man,
You see, it's the two cars right there.
It's
Just
kind of
inside the
it's a
house.
double-edged sword too, because yes, Sizz is by himself, but we've all experienced how easily you can hide in that brush there in the cornfields. And Sizz Lucky, these top players who land Fatal Fields know how to actually navigate the loot in the corn without breaking the corn. So
I need to break the corn every time.
Right, same. I'm not good enough to know, but there's a certain path you can go on, and Sizz Lucky will actually be able to go back and pick up Brush's cards. So this is key.
You think you should go
Reboot
for it?
Vans. Remember when you get brought back.
Yeah, see, I know that there's a chest like bright, like when you see where the brace is for that thing. If you go straight out, kind of on the side that Sizz was on, right there, there's a brace.
Yueng and their duo up against Vinny and Zexro, and there's the knock right there, Ninja.
Drum shotgun's very powerful. It's definitely underrated. You can get inside somebody's 1x1 right there. I mean, there's another knock with a drum shotgun, just absolutely wreaking havoc. Yueng trying to take this wall. I think his teammate is not going to be able to stay alive, so it's going to be Zex and Yu. He's got the shield advantage. All he has to do is play this patient. I'm going to be pretty sure that these guys don't have that many materials, so just needs to spray it out and hopefully find a chance to take him down, but he's healing up.
Yeah, Zexro has minis as well as big shields, so we'll be able to get back the full shield. And Yueng now in a tough spot. Do I try to go?
Zex definitely can interrupt this now. He took too long to start going with the res, but it looks like he's just going to be going for the reloads, taking his time, and he might be dipping out, maybe trying to. He's definitely staying aggressive, but he's going to get the revive.
I think he got it off.
Again.
Zexro staying confident though, knowing right now still at over 150 HP. The teammate has to be at 30 health. The wall comes through, trying to sky it, and it's not going to happen. And you see Zexro right there, hands right to his head. Some solid damage done, but Yueng dropped down to 59 HP. But with that elimination, we'll bump back up to over 100. Very, very close right there, Ninja, with the drum shotgun.
Very important is checking out the storm right now. A lot of these players, there's a lot. You guys can't see the screen, but there are plenty of people who are outside. They're going to have to start their rotations in. And this is actually where a lot of very talented players with their aim
Oh wow,
slurp. This is actually my teammate and I's reverse. Our strategy was to try to get in those spots where you can beam people who are going to be flying throughout the sky using a lot of the slipstreams and just taking advantage of, you know, your incredible accuracy.
A little update too on Sizlucky.
Fucking
Did get the reboot
Funk
and Fatal, so they're both
and
back
Nate
in play.
Hill.
Look at how slow
Nate Hill is gonna be. They're probably gonna be pretty strong because I think they play with each other a lot.
Nate Hill and Funk of
Oh,
FaZe
he's sliding around.
set on up near Lazy Lagoon. And Ninja, this is your landing spot that you went to with your duo reverse. What are maybe some little tips and tricks for players at home who like to land here?
Yeah, all right, so there's, if you go on the boat, on the ship, every single one of the masts is like worth 200 wood.
You can get everything there, wood, brick, metal.
Wood in arena, in probably less than 10 seconds. And also there are some metal anchors in town that you can get for about 300 metal.
And then there's the things inside the ship, the metal cannonballs are good.
I mean, I'm just 91 players. I mean, have we talked about Storm Surge? I mean,
we haven't yet. I was going to let that be a bridge when we cross it, but
because 91 people left, I mean, how soon is it going to be?
We're going to have Storm Surge in every game.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be like, this is going to be nuts. You guys don't know what Storm Surge is. Basically, the team that has done the least amount of damage is going to start taking damage until they get above the damage threshold.
Yes, and it tells the players on their screen what the damage threshold is. If you're used to playing at home, you probably have never experienced Storm Surge in a normal game, but it is very common in competitive because everyone wants to last until late game, earn those extra points, and wind up getting those placement points to come on through. Watching Letwick and Flexi right now.
Is that if you get a win,
like Ninja? It's not your normal game where you get to loot up and freely grab everything you want.
Like now?
I mean, look at the inventory.
I don't know. I've never seen that.
Yeah, I mean, people are not going to be able to loot. They're not going to be able to loot normally. I mean, you have every single spot is definitely going to be contested or have talented players who are surrounding you. You got to be constantly worried about getting sniped from the side. All it takes is 2 seconds to be caught off guard.
Any
get
match.
dinged twice with an infantry rifle, and boom, there goes 100 160 health, man, just like that.
89 players left now in the lobby as Twiz and Cover H, the duo, do get cut down. 45 duos remaining. The second zone has just been revealed, and again, Storm Surge will begin after that. I absolutely think it's going to happen. That will be for 70-plus players. So you keep that in mind as this goes on. Players who haven't really done any damage will know that they're going to be at a point where their hand is going to be forced. They're going to have to put on a little bit of aggression. You're going to see the game pick up just a little bit here. There's Snappy and Red Rush. Already in the next zone, they're more than happy to just farm up this metal structure and claim it as their own.
They're actually very centralized as well.
Yep.
I mean, a really great strategy that you're going to see a lot of people going to be using throughout this weekend in solos and in duos is to just try to get in the dead center of the second zone and honestly just kind of pray that the circle is going to continue to rotate in your favor. I mean, I'm still looking at a lot of these guys' inventories. One guy just gets knocked in front of him, like going to try to save his teammate. It's not going to happen. But there's not a lot of rotation items. I haven't seen a lot of shockwave grenades. I haven't seen a lot of shadow bombs. I don't see any launch pads in anyone's inventory.
Yeah.
It's going to be such a, like, the rotations late game are going to be nuts. People are going to get lasered out of the sky.
And Letwick now all by himself in a 1 versus 2. And his teammate did go down.
That's
You
why
see
you
Harpy
need
and Volks
thingy.
still quite healthy between the two of them. Over 100
Shadow
HP for both of them. Harpy still playing the slow ground, trying to spray out the opponent. And look at the material count for Volks.
People really like zone wars over regular scrims. I mean, I think it's good. I sometimes do it when I first get on.
So it's going to be almost impossible.
But the thing is, there is a lot of maps that are like it, but they're not. But they're not like the regular Fortnite.
You guys can see that, which means that there's somebody who has 106 damage less than them that is
and some people like the candy map, just put boxes around.
And that's actually the beauty of
so when they can make it where you can have multiple storms.
Praying that the circle moves to them. You're gonna
see
some fights that are gonna be forced to break out because players need to get above that, or they're gonna.
Then I think it'll be better because there's only one zone, you know.
The Dusty Divot Diner. You see clicks and Skeptic.
Only 16 people in the zone is huge, you know.
NA East, and you just said yourself, I didn't even know you could farm this.
I didn't even know you could get down there.
This is the beauty of it, right? These are the top players in the world showing off the little things that they know that really no one else can pick up on. Many teams already stacking here.
I didn't know they could farm that.
So many materials.
You can also go to the bottom of the chat.
Once they get max, they don't just stop there. They keep
that he's in right there. Click. Those clicks is at the bottom
if they
of
need
it.
to expend a lot of materials quickly.
You got
On the
some
bottom
brick
right of
in
your
it.
screen, you see a fight going down in Salty Springs. A lot of grenades being thrown right there. That's going to be Serpent and Hype.
Serpent and Hype in a pretty decent spot. If you guys can look on the mini map that we're staring at, every single team is now in the safe zone. Everyone is safe in the next circle. It is moving in. And this is just going to be nuts. double heavy sniper is in play. For those of you guys who do not know, a heavy sniper
Can they
will
hold
take out
9
the
on
wall,
that
take out
server
pretty much
500?
anything. It does 1,500 damage to structures. So if you have 2 teammates who have double heavy snipers,
I'm
they
thinking
can
it's
see the team
500,
line up
but
a shot of
he
somebody
got
hiding
exactly
one by
that.
one and be able to take them out.
And that changes the game completely. Once you hear double heavy, you can no longer sit still ever. Or if you know where they're at, you have to make sure you have at least 2 walls of cover on that side to protect you from the inevitable double snipe. And when we say double snipe, it's as far as 1, 2, 3, shoot. And they both fire at the same time and catch you off guard.
There's absolutely 0 time to react. And one thing you guys we've talked about are the rotation items. We got 6 shadows for this guy, and they have a baller, so they're sitting pretty. I think these guys are in a great spot.
Absolutely. And you see the zone did just update towards the northern side of this current storm. Storm Surge is now in play, so players beginning to drop. 80 players in total in this game. They will just rotate on out of here. Hype and Serpent don't want the fight, and that's Jay now quite weak. With Storm Surge beginning to tick in, Quentin and Lanouf now having to push a fight as Storm Surge is affecting them as well. And you see it just kind of smites them down from the heavens, and there they go, getting dropped by Storm Surge. Unfortunate for them, but again, with not enough damage
they shouldn't have that in there.
That threshold.
That's dumb.
Jeez, man, Storm Surge really does just force people into some pretty tricky situations.
It ruined people's games. Like, you can't play that.
This is going to pay off for teams, man. You don't want to be put in that situation where, you know, you have to desperately push.
Let me check this. Somebody tagged me in an activity. Hold. Airwalk just died. Or Airwalk killed somebody. Or he died, one of the two. Come on, load.
Begins to drop.
Error has occurred.
I think the only time that we saw numbers like this were when the circles they didn't really chunk that much, and they were more centralized in the beginning of competitive. So really no one had to rotate that much, and no one had to fight. So now that these circles are really just kind of moving around the map, you can't really predict them. I mean, you're getting these players who have, again, the great aim, and they're just beaming people who are focusing on trying to rotate in the circle. Now look, so many people coming from the south right now. Extra 3 kills.
Yeah, I'm in real aim map. It's got aim, edit, and then you can go outside and build.
Spamming the spacebar, trying to make it as difficult as possible to hit.
Yeah, but he's just going straight. You gotta zigzag.
Where's he gonna land? Look at all these people who are already boxed up. They're already creating these tunnels. More shots coming down, and he's gonna be able to make it. 8 grenades. So that's gonna be. I mean, if he can get in a position where some players are already getting focused on the outside, 8 grenades, he might be able to clean up those kills too.
Yep, that's right there. They do box up in time. Did take some shield damage, but thankfully they have some minis to replenish that. Just a few brief moments as there's Eclipse now using them. He's got his teammate right next door as well, Medkit. Looks like they're going to pop that too. Every little bit of HP matters. Saving the campfire for the late game, it appears.
Ronaldo save the campfire.
In the elimination feed right there. Here's a look at Mongrel earlier with his duo, Mitro.
They need to fix that on how the inventory is, because I think it's the order that you pick it up that it's in. So, like, if I picked, like, the combat up, even though, like, let's say I picked, this is combat was the first thing I picked up, then the stink bombs, then the AR, even if you got AR combat, you know.
To kill players and hit players through their 1-bys. You know, very difficult. Look at that healing too, though. 5 slurps, 2 slurps, 5 chug splashes.
And they already have a slurp ticking. This is insane.
They're super close to the zone as well. They don't have to move too far.
Yep, and material-wise, look at that, 135 total builds. They're in a fantastic position to make some noise in game number 1. We'll definitely keep up to date with them. The slipstream slowly inching towards where it begins to shut down Ninja, but with so many slipstreams still available in this current zone, a lot of players are going to use that to rotate on in freely without using launch pads or the shadow bombs. There's your whole map right there, the eastern side of the zone. None of these players really going to be into play. They're going to have to inch a little bit more towards Loot Lake if they want to be safe.
Some of the best, I mean, look, these are the best players in the world, and look how close they are to one another, man. I'm so excited when they actually have to force into these fights. The Storm's going to start pushing them. Look how, I'm sorry, man. I just can't, man. You guys notice also, Stinks, man, these players are so talented. It's going to be so hard to spray through their walls.
I'm so excited.
So you need things like grenades, like Stinks, right? Little fart bombs is what I like to call them, to force people out of their 1-by-1s and try to shoot them as they're rotating away and trying to build new 1-by-1s to dodge the Stinks.
You see the Stinks
what
right
is
now.
Happening to Tom?
And Mongrel gets
yeah,
immediately
good.
ripped in two as it seemed like the lobby began to focus him right there. His duo still alive.
with good rotation, luckily.
Definitely has a
Nitro's
bunch to,
carrying.
you know, to be able to play with. The next Storm Surge has begun to kick on in. Mitro, 12 damage below, will have to begin to put shots down range. The zone pushing as well. So in this position, with the zone at their back, Mitro's goal, spray at players who have to push from the zone. They have one way they can go. They can't afford
Oh, it goes
damage.
up over
They've got
time.
to push right out of it. Mitro knows that. Now begins
I
the
was gonna say
fire.
12 is easy.
Dubs just below as well.
And you spray somebody and get tagged and hit the wall back like that.
And then once in duos.
They also have some great rotation. 2 ballers still intact. And here's the thing that you just mentioned, all these players who are going to be rotating in, being forced to rotate in.
That Mega FN.
Very little ammo. Look, these are the last 9 assault rifle shots in Dubs' inventory. It is getting scrappy, folks. And there's the split. Still only 80, meaning combined between the two, they really only have about 150 shots to work with. The zone still pushing. 61 players.
Yeah, that's when you have to play aggro and try and get up close. Yeah, he's dead. How can you see him?
Does go down as a player got that back wall. He wasn't quite ready for it. Mega frantically backing on up, trying to create some space. Will he be able to go?
He's gonna be able to pop that slurp. He's got
Storm Surge on. Alright, he did the damage.
Still below, right? He's gonna need to stress him. He won't even have time to
He got it right there. That has to be it.
His teammate
What do you mean that's not it?
He's got all the shields in the world. He can get back up to full health. Storm Surge is still ripping him apart. That slurp is barely keeping him alive.
Hitting him for 25 damage every time it winds up ticking. There it is again, dropping on in. Mega's hand is forced. Some big damage right there. Still below as players are continuing to drop all around. But Mega doing a solid job of keeping himself alive right now through the Storm Surge. Fantastic composure again. One of the young players on this stage looking to try to secure the title of Fortnite World Champion. No more Dubs. The duo
Still
okay,
down.
So now
finally above. Finally above. And guess what? The most important thing to realize, guys, look at that rotation. Yes, he's alone. Yes, his teammate's down.
Look at all the people.
An incredible kit to not only make it to late game, but maybe even clutch this win out. He dropped the shotgun. Okay, there you go. Got the combat shotgun.
No
Great shotguns to have late game. Does incredible damage, long range and close range. And all the guys circle just rotated now into the storm. Massive amounts. This needs to be covered. And this
Storm Surge is insane. It's still going on.
Finally taken out. 52 players left. And this is where things are about to get serious, guys.
Thomas drops some ammo right there for his teammate, Inclusia. And you see Thomas, that epic infantry rifle, one of your favorite weapons. Ninja, what is so good about that assault rifle?
It 100% rewards pinpoint accurate players, right? There's no bloom necessary. Your marker, your aim is right on their head, boom, you're gonna get that headshot. You're gonna get 80 points of damage. And there's now the upgraded versions, the Legendary and the Epic, have 10 shots instead of 8. So I mean, it just packs a punch, man. It can really catch players off guard, and that's exactly what you're going to need when playing against these top players who will literally build and protect themselves when they get shot once.
Folks, there are 45 players left in this very, very small zone. We are now on our 6th storm. You see it's about to begin to move, and players frantically have to go across the map. Zayt and Saf right now discussing exactly what they should drop, pulling up their map, looking exactly where they have to go. 44 left in this one.
We already got people using shockwave grenades, guys. This is a very far rotation for the second movement circle, so this is actually going to move very quickly. These people are going to potentially get stuck on their launch pads because there's so much frequent building. It's going to be nuts. And who's going to try to take the high ground? Because after this first circle goes, this is where people start to only try to use the high ground.
And we know high ground is everything in competitive Fortnite late game. Everyone frantically moving away from the common enemy of everyone, which is that storm circle. Macwood taking zone damage. Daedra as well. King slowly bouncing on through with the shadow bomb, and does land. Yes, but taking no storm damage, just playing right on the edge of it. Yeah, right on the edge of the zone right now. Will just stay boxed up for a brief moment. As now there's 36 players remaining. Stompy in the elimination feed. Arkram now goes down as well. You can see the elimination feed on the top left to keep track of your favorite players. There's so much is going on. This is what tunneling is. When you hear players mention tunneling, this is it right here. You move with the zone, you tunnel your way in, give yourself cover, but not a lot of materials left. Only 22 builds, and this zone is stacked. But look who's on the high ground. It's Mr. Savage and Benji Fishing.
That would be your 2 picks, so good for you. All right, I have to owe you a bet there, man. What's that? All right. Bongo, unfortunately, do you still have no features still alive? I mean, listen, people are dying left and right, being eliminated. More Savage just used another shot. He already had high ground. The question is, are you going to try to take it? You know that if you really want the chance to win this, You're gonna have to try to.
I'm gonna watch this game and then I'm gonna play because I'm trying to play.
He's so weakened. Mr. Savage just looks up and beams the player out of the air. It's all Benji, Fishy, and Mr. Savage in the elimination feed right now. 24 players left in this one. But 20 duos. There's almost no duos remaining, Ninja.
Right, it's all solos, and this is kind of what's going to happen, man.
Mr. Savage goes down.
It's up to Benji, and listen, Benji's been in this position before. We know he can handle it. Nitro's still in the game as well. I just saw him. He looks incredibly healthy, but now taking some storm damage. Benji's just going to try. Look at the materials. Not a lot left. They're only using their shadows. I think he has one build left.
Yep.
That's it. That's all he has.
He's got 10 total builds.
10 total builds.
He's just trying to outlast as many players as possible. Remember these placement points. We've made it into our top 10 duos. Now into our top 8. Zayt and Saf now. Zayt and Saf now on the high ground.
This game.
One of the few, the only duo left. This has a Zayt and Saf win written all over it. Mitro, Mongrels duo. Was all by himself very early on. Still alive in this one. 40R Storm now getting beamed. Can the North American duo of Zayt and Saf close this out? Raining down fire from up top. You see the frantic builds coming in. Benji Fishy goes down. Mega, Mitro, and Scarlet on the low ground. Shots still coming on in. Zayt and Saf just sitting pretty.
Mitro just got a double, I think. 5 limbs.
Tries to get it done. Not enough. Zayt and Saf. 2 versus 1. Will they take game number 1? Yes, they will.
Oh.
Zayt and Saf had the high ground, and they used it the entire game. Rain fire from above. We're able to make up 5 limbs plus 10 placement points. That's going to be 15 points. Game 1.
Talk about a monster game number 1. You saw the immediate reaction. They know how key that was. And I've watched so many games of competitive Fortnite, Ninja. They were the only duo left with still like 18 players remaining. When they get the high ground like that, they send one player down to get close. Scarlet was already weak, and there's just no shot. In the end, the veteran players of...
Sweet, I'm playing with them. So we got that skin, and this is gonna be rare. It's on the shop, yeah, it'll be gonna take. I've seen these because Marshmallow was using them. Some things are just too loud. Like this one's loud enough. I still never use that. My daily challenge. Man, it's always about squads. Search ammo boxes. Ain't that pickaxe like in the bottom right, not bottom left? I know that's rare, but the bottom right, ain't that super rare? Cause it's called spiky, and only comes out like once a season. I like the one in the one above the Raiders Revenge. I think I own every single one on there except for Spiky and Raiders Revenge, and then the one above Raiders. So I own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 10. Oh, this pickaxe is horrible.
I wonder if the guys who did get hurt a lot by the Storm Surge, are they going to make changes in the second game? Are they going to be a little bit more aggressive and trying to deal some damage as they rotate?
That's a great way to think of it. I know there are so many people that want to give their thoughts on these games, but over at Unreal Island, we've got our very own Sundown with his thoughts on Game 1.
Thank you so much, Courage and Ninja. In the first match of the duos competition is over, and the Victor Royale's experience wins out. We talked about Energy Zate and Ghost Sap and how they've been playing so long together, and that endgame was a prime example of textbook Zate and Sap. We're going to re-roll it one more time. We're going to break down kind of how they were able to keep the control. Now, pay attention right away. You can see on the backside, Sap has one angle while Zate is going forward, and they're moving back over the tarps they've already established, but the angles they take make sure they're covering everything. They hear the shots below, they're putting the fire down towards them, and Scarlet is able to pick up Mitro, but doesn't have enough to get out. Zate and Sap, 5 eliminations, victory royale, 15 points, showing that their competitive experience, their experience on stage, and is winning out right now. They say nerves, what nerves? You might as well be playing at home on our own stations because they are just good. Match 1 is over. We have to get back over the stage for match 2. Ninja and Courage, take it away.
Thank you very much, Sundown. Great stuff as always there from Unreal Island outside of the venue, enjoying the event themselves. But again, game number 1 in the books. Obviously, so many updates to see exactly where we stand.
Now it's just boring. How is it taking so long to find it? Oh, man. Why the funny box? Dude, what the fuck? Oh, I was about to say this. That was something on my head. I'm not controlling. I can't uncrouch. There's so many bots. Don't give me that. Please don't, please don't. What's all the bots? No offense, but he even left the chest. There might not even anything left of me. Pop that. Oh, got. Need to do my daily challenge because I got the new Waypoint skin, and I need the V-Bucks to be able to get the next battle pass. So yeah, because I have I think 400 right now. So if I get another 400, then I have 800, and then I can just complete my Save the World days. Yes, he is a bot, and he left those chests. At least he had a headset. I always have trouble finding a shotgun. Two more. Oh no, one more. Where the frick is the shotgun? I hear all the chests. I just need a shotgun. Oh yeah. I gotta get that. that sink that bad. If I can find a skin that it goes with, I'll rock it. It might go with the red link. If there is a red link. I ain't looking at that skin in so long. Some of that combat's in there the whole time. Probably doesn't come by, just probably dropped it for something else. Oh man, imagine dying in this car. Oh, we're playing in the zone. Should I land on these guys? For the content, you know what I'm saying? Just for the hell of it, you know what I'm saying? Just for the hell of it, even though I only kill one of them, you know what I'm saying? Show me again like that, man. That's so weird. How did I kill that guy? Hit it for 28 because half the bullets are 28. Oh, somebody got snippered. Somebody got snippered. Somebody got snippered. Somebody got snippered. I hit the tree, you see that? Somebody got snippered. Somebody needs to clip this. I'm shooting. Don't look for me. Whew. Tell you, that's default. When I get some lucky shots, man. Oh, that should have hit me. I'm trash. I'm only good at sniping, as you can tell. That's not really trash at sniping, but I don't know how I just took all these shots. We're gonna kill this dude with a sniper. Look. Oh, jump. Kill him with a shotgun. Man! Can I place the trap? Do you see that? The way the traps are now is trash. And the way that bot just killed is just trash. See the fucking bot. Why did I spawn over there? Alright, you fucking whore. Watch, I'm gonna go sweat those. Watch. not fucking build, please. How much ping do I have? I have 30 ping, well. It's not building. How fucking amazing. That fucking spam, bro. Like, it just wiped all my fucking shield. You know he's gonna die. Now I'm gonna lag, sweet. Man, why don't I hear it, dude? Damn! What the fuck? Like, I don't hear it. That's fucking stupid. Fucking shotgun is retarded. Like, I had a fucking blue one against a gray one yesterday, and mine lost. Yeah, crazy fucking bot. And I had full shield, and the guy had no shield, but now he's just gonna do all the damage from that far away. I'll take fall damage from that. Yeah, I wanted to redeploy, huh? Stop fucking spraying, man! Damn, bro. I'm fucking spraying, bro. I'm about to land you, dumbass. Fuck out of here, you bot. Can my shots hit, man? Like what? I'm telling you, fucking aim assist don't work. Out of here. Whoever just sniped me, your mom's a hoe. Oh my god, tell me how to snipe my kill, bro. Oh my god, it's on top of his head. Why is that turned on? Overtime. Fuck. What the fuck? What the hell? Oh, that's how you get that. know.
What do you want to do with them?
Oh my god, finish it. What? shotgun. How that even hit me? Oh my god, where the fuck are my shots going? Fucking stupid. Teammate just threw the damage to me, so yeah. Stop fucking spraying! Stop fucking spraying! Oh my god, bro. Fucking trash with the hot. Like, ain't nobody trying to work on his fucking ass. Oh my god, bro, like I'm telling you, what's my dead zone? Circle. Fuck, man. Dude, how somebody stays all excited like fucking Jimber dude, Nick ain't there like, ah, yeah. It's DG, yeah. I don't know how anybody can fucking stay like that. Don't know. Walk like this all day. Oh, it's good. Now we're taking it crazy. Not my kill. Not my kill. Can I land? I'm trying to fucking shot down the road on the land, bro. Game is so bad, man. 80 damage. What a fucking face. Like, what the fuck? Look at the bots running together. What fucking life? What? Don't shoot the shotgun far away, bro. Fucking retarded. What the fuck? Wait. How did I die? Who did I die from? There's nobody else there, bro. What the fuck, man? Yeah, right.